Hello, friends. I'm Celina Pompeani. We are back with another episode of From the Top, presented by Armina Stone. And I have this lovely lady with me today, Robin Shaffer. She is the Vice President of the Cranberry Cup. Robin, thanks for coming in today.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
We are so excited to talk about the Cranberry Cup. It's a big deal in this area. So first and foremost, tell me what it is, what it stands for, because you've been doing this for a long time.
I have been. I've been involved in the Cup for approximately 14 years now. And I wasn't involved in the beginning, but the Cup started back 21 years ago. And one person, Kathy Cortazzo, had an idea to raise money for the American Cancer Society. And so she came up with the acronym CUP, which is Community Uniting People.
I love that.
Yeah, isn't that catchy? And when she first started this, in 2000, there were 7 neighborhoods that played softball, and they raised approximately $3,800 to give to the American Cancer Society. And then, in 2021, there became 14 neighborhoods getting involved, competing, and they raised $14,000. And that went for, to the children of Joellen Evanson, who was the first female police officer in Cranberry Township. She passed away from cancer, and they started a scholarship for the children, which was a great idea. Then in 2002, 23 neighborhoods. It keeps growing and growing and growing. And then to the point right now, we're up to, I would say approximately 40 neighborhood teams that play, and then we have anywhere about 15 to 16 open division teams that play for the Cranberry Cup and play softball. And to date, we've raised over $2 million.
Oh, that's amazing, Robin.
It is, yes.
So we are here, of course, to talk about the Cranberry Cup. Mm-hmm. And we are so excited because Armina Stone, where we are podcasting from right now, yes, is, of course, in the heart of Cranberry yes. Township. And we are so proud to sponsor it, along mm-hmm. with Infinity Custom Homes. Yes. So tell us a yes. little bit about our involvement, because I know we got a big softball team yes. that we're getting together. Yes, so we're excited about this.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're excited, because we couldn't be happier having you guys on board. I think what, everybody has to understand about the Cranberry Cup, the thing that makes the Cranberry Cup successful is businesses in our area, whether it's restaurants, whether it's retail, whatever, who sponsor our activities. We could not do it without our sponsors. So we were very happy that you guys jumped on board this year to sponsor our softball tournament. Yes. So it'll start off with, our Cup weekend on the 6th, August 6th, starts off with a golf outing, and then a kickoff party that follows at the Highlands Golf Course. Mm-hmm. And again, this year we sold out. Our golf teams are sold out, so we have
fantastic.
Over 150 golfers. And then the kickoff party, there'll be a live band. There'll be a Chinese auction, there'll be a silent auction, and we'll have about 14 or 15 restaurants that donate food that people, will get a chance to, sample and eat from, and just have a great time, at the kickoff party. So that's all pre-softball tournament things that we do. And in the morning, on Saturday morning, we have an opening ceremony, which I'm hoping that everybody comes out to attend, because it really is phenomenal. It's at the Cranberry Park. Mm-hmm. The Inspirational family will come in on the fire truck, and they will, walk off the fire truck and see the community that's come out, the softball players that are there to support them. And, they'll get to say a few words to everybody. And then it's play ball, and that's where you guys come in as the sponsor. That's right.
I said before, I don't know if I'm very good at softball. I think I'm terrible if I remember my gym class day. So I'm going to be there, Robin. I'll be on the sidelines cheering our people on.
Sidelines are just as important as the ball players, because it's a community effort, right?
Exactly.
That's right.
I'm there to support.
Well, that's what we look for. We look for community support, and I love it.
So that is August 7th. I'm looking forward to that. And then what else?
8th. So August 7th and 8th. Okay. Well, 7th is the
That's
opening
the
ceremony.
Kickoff. Okay.
Ceremony, and then the softball begins. And then on the 8th, the softball will conclude with the championship games.
Oh, boy.
And then we'll have a championship picnic up at the park also. It's a free picnic for people to come up and enjoy and, just, unite and commune and just live in the spirit of our community, which is really nice. And so that kind of rounds out our weekend of events. And it's just spectacular. We'll have, oh my gosh, through the weekend, I would say we're going to have over 1,000 people involved in our activities, thousands, from the start to the finish. Yes, yeah. It is amazing.
And it's fun. This is a fun weekend event, but it's also for a great cause, and that's the most important thing. And this benefits so many people and families every year. So who are this year's beneficiaries?
Okay, so right now we do have an inspirational family that we're working with. The reason we haven't announced the name of the family is with the pandemic, and I know we always keep hearing about the pandemic, we did not know if we were going to have our event, and once we decided that we could and everything opened up, we were a little behind the ball, with trying to move ahead. So we do have a family we're working with right now, but we're still in our procedural methods with them, receiving paperwork and whatnot. So we haven't announced who the family is, but I can tell you that it's a family that lives in the Pinehurst neighborhood. And this particular gentleman, the father, is suffering from stomach cancer, and he was a frontline worker during the pandemic and was away from his family, and then he came back and a few months later found out he has a rare stomach cancer. He has 5 children. He was the only breadwinner. So they've fallen on some real hard times, and hopefully by this weekend or the beginning of next week, we'll be announcing the name of the family once we get everything in, because we have to make sure we keep some things private for them, and but everybody's anxious to know. But that's why we haven't announced it yet. But we do have a family we're working on.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, we will stay tuned for that. But as you mentioned earlier, I think you said, how many millions of dollars have you raised every year?
So to date, we have raised over $2 million.
Over $2 million.
Yeah, and I'd like to tell you too, we're all volunteers. None of us take any money. We are a board of 8 people right now, and we put on this whole event with other volunteers that help us. Okay, we don't do it all ourselves, but that $2 million, we have very little overhead. It goes directly to our families. We don't spend it on a lot of things. We're very careful with the money, and so I think that's important too, because we keep it within our Seneca Valley School District community.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, thank you to you, Robin, and to all of the volunteers who donate their time.
Well, thank you.
Because it's a lot of work. I am curious, because it's so exciting to have this event in person again. What did you do last year?
So last year, it was a real disappointment, as many people were disappointed for the pandemic. Should we, shouldn't we? Should we hold some events that we could, some we shouldn't? And, staying with the guidelines of the world, we just couldn't have the event. So, we tried to do different campaigns. We put out some postcards asking for donations, and, we got some people that responded to that. We had some of our big donors that donate in the past came through and gave us a donation anyhow, which is spectacular. I mean, that was so overwhelming. Didn't even expect that. And I think it was important for us to keep going on. It wasn't like we just sat back because of the pandemic. The reason we kept going on is we pick an inspirational family for the weekend. But that's not the only family that we help, and that's not the only family we're raising money for that weekend. That family is inspirational for a couple reasons. One, they're the family that's in most need at the time. And, although we're supporting and lifting them out, they are an inspiration to us, because in any given moment, our lives could change so drastically, as we see, many people's lives have changed. And, so we do put them out as the face of the cup during our event and raise money for them. But also the money that's raised that weekend and throughout the year, it goes to many other beneficiaries that may not get the title inspirational family. And they may not have as great of a need as this particular family at the time, but their needs, are great to them, and we do try to meet their needs also.
So you help a lot of people. That is so amazing, Robin.
A lot of people, yes.
It's amazing. And you also give away a scholarship each year, too. So tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we started, we thought, what else could we do to, show we appreciate people donating and the community giving to us, and how can we give back? So, a few years back, we started a scholarship. It's a philanthropic scholarship where we're looking for young people, seniors, in the Seneca Valley School District again, who volunteer their time. And it's overwhelming for me to see that there are young people out there that do so much community work, because that's what we're about, community work. And so the premise, although we do look at grades and we look at all that, the premise of our scholarship deals with volunteering. And so we've to date given about $24,000 out. It's a $2,000 a year scholarship, and we've been doing it about 12 years, 12 years, so yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I know you have a lot of kids that are involved, but if people are listening right now and they want to get involved too, what are all of the ways that they can?
Oh, there's so many ways, and believe me, we don't turn down any amount of donation, any help, any volunteers. We can use everybody. So I would tell people, take a look at our website, cranberrycup.org, and there's a tab up there that says, how can I help? And so that'll tell you ways to help. But, more specifically, we have sponsorships available for people to get involved, as you guys did this year, so thank you. And also we have volunteers that we need at each event, whether it's concession stand, kickoff party, helping us with the registration table, baskets, golf outing, being on one of the golf holes. There's just tremendous amount of need for volunteers. So this year we've gotten a pretty good response. I think people want to get out and are ready to be active and give back, but we can always use more. So you can contact us through our website if you're interested in volunteering.
Perfect. That's easy enough.
Yeah.
Now, I know we are so excited. I know you're excited about us participating and sponsoring the softball match, and we are excited. Do you have any advice for our team players? What's the best approach here?
It's hard for me to give a little inside information on this because all the other teams, but I would just say basically have fun. You're going to have fun. I mean, keep in mind your goal, which is to raise money for a worthy cause for people right here in the community, and have fun. You'll be in the open division, which is more competitive than our neighborhood division.
Boy.
But it's not too competitive. We sometimes have to remind people why we're here, because we want the softball to be competitive, right? I mean, you want to have a good time.
You want to have fun.
You want to take home that trophy, I won't name the one team that's to beat in the open division, but maybe this year you'll take them down.
You know what? I think we will, because we here at Armina, I know there's a great team behind it, and Infinity Custom Homes. Together,
yes,
we're going to do well, Robin. I know it.
Well, we look forward to that because it's been a long time since this one open division team has, held the cup. So good for you. Yeah.
Well, we love being here in Cranberry because it's such a growing area, and you've lived here for a long time, right? How many years?
36 years.
36 years in Cranberry. Yes. So you've seen the progress and how it has expanded. What are your thoughts on it?
So when we first moved here, I live on one of the oldest streets in Cranberry, and we're still in the same house, which is unheard of. Many people move, a lot of times, but there was one stop sign and one red light.
That's it?
That's it. So you could imagine what, as we've seen it grow, into this, ginormous community, what we're thinking. But we're, even though it's kind of interesting because my husband comes from the Monroeville area, so that's a huge area too. But, I think the thing that makes Cranberry special, even though it's grown, like we call it like the mini Monroeville, or it's just like, the Monroeville area, there's no other community that I know of that does something this special. And I say it's this special not because I'm involved in it, but because our entire community gets behind the cup. From the Township Board of Directors to, like I said, our businesses, to our neighborhoods, and it's just amazing to see people pull together. So even though we've grown, we were still able to keep this Cranberry Cup going, and people still come forth and just surprise us every day.
That's the coolest thing, and that's something that I'm going to look forward to, is seeing everybody come together and meeting more people too, because we're still new here to the Cranberry area. And
I think people are very friendly here. It's a little bit of a transient area sometimes, but I think we have found a really great home here, with the sports that our kids played and raising our children here, and people are just really friendly, and I think you're going to find that true, and I think you'll find that true through the Cup weekend too.
Oh, well, we are so excited. So it's August 6th, August 7th, and August 8th.
That's correct.
It's coming up.
Yes.
And it's still not too late. People can get involved.
Absolutely.
They can donate. You can do it all now.
Yep, you can do everything still. The golf teams are full, but kickoff party tickets are still available. Softball teams are still open if you want to compete. We pretty much go up to maybe a week before our event before we close everything so we can get ready and prepared.
Ooh, okay.
Right.
Well, Robin, we're excited, and I can't thank you enough for coming here today.
Well, I thank you for having me, because anytime we can talk about the cup, I'm excited, because even though we've been in existence, I think this is an amazing thing too. We've been in existence for 21 years. So many businesses and families don't know of us still, We just keep trying to put it out there. So giving us this opportunity is really special for us.
Oh, yeah.
So
well, we are happy to spread the word as much as possible to everybody in the area.
Good.
And before we go, Robin, we
Yes.
always like to end our episodes with a little bit of singing.
Okay.
That's everybody's reaction. It's quick. Don't worry. All we're going to sing is our wonderful Armina Stone jingle. So, ooh, Armina Stone.
Okay.
And we'll do it together.
All right. I'm a little deeper voice, but
I know.
we'll do
You have
it.
a great raspy voice. We love it. Okay, Robin.
Okay.
Here we go. I'll count us down.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1. Ooh, Armina Stone. That was beautiful, Robin.
A little harmony.
Thank you, Robin Shaffer, Vice President of the Cranberry Cup.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you soon.
Yes, you will.